What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Chris Arreola. Get this. Chris Arreola compares Deontay Wilder's power to Klitschko's, and he said, "I felt like I left my body." Chris Arreola has compared the punching power of Vitali Klitschko and Deontay Wilder in a recent interview and revealed the former world champions possesses a different type of force. Klitschko and Wilder are regarded as two of the hardest punching heavyweights of the past 20 years, and there are a few better placed than Arreola to compare them. The Nightmare faced Klitschko at the Staples Center all the way back in 2009 before going 8 rounds with Wilder in 2016, and explained the contrast in their respective punch while speaking to ES News. Ellie Setback reporting. They've got different kinds of power, he says. Klitschko hits you and he's trying to go through you. But when Wilder hits you, it's like a whip. When Klitschko, he hit me, it felt like a guy coming out of his body. I felt like I came out of my body. He hits hard as F, block, block, K. You know what? I'm going to stop there. Okay, because he's done. And let me counterpunch what he said about the contrast of power. He says Wilder hits like a whip. Okay, but Vitali hits you. It feels like you're leaving your body, and he feels like he's punching through you. Wow. And one thing I can say, it's different when you're fighting a guy and a guy saying, oh, well, this guy's better. Just like Dave Allen yesterday said that, Tyson Fury is better than Alexander Usyk just because he sparred them both, right? He felt like Tyson is the victor. That's a fact of opinion based on his style. But one thing you can't dispute is how a person experienced a punch. He experienced that punch in a different way, but it was two different guys punching the same guy. Punches are a little different because that's a measure of power, not skill or style. Punching, if somebody hits you, that's pretty much, concrete, so to say. So you have to look at that for cash value because he's been hit by both guys and he feels like Vitali hits you and you're losing and you're going out of your body. Now, keep in mind, too, he took on Klitschko in 2009, and then he took on Wilder in 2016. And it makes you feel like maybe if he was older, he would feel it more. Because younger, you're more vibrant, you're more resistant, even though Chris Arreola can be hurt just like the rest of them. Bermain Stavern put him down a couple times and dropped him and beat him a couple times or stopped him or whatever. So, you're looking at a guy that's older, that was a lot older when Wilder got to him. And Wilder did, he did the dance and then he right uppercutted him and stuff like that. And actually in that fight, I think he hurt his hand. It was either that fight or maybe the Molina fight. Yeah, that was probably the Molina fight that he hurt his hand. But it just shows you, though, like those Klitschkos, even though they really weren't the most exciting, especially Vladimir. Vladimir was really tentative. That's why, a lot of people are imploring Joshua not to go down that road, like become that particular type fighter, because people will then stop or you stop liking him altogether, because Vladimir Klitschko was smart, intelligent, very good fighter, big, tall, had all the advantages, powerful as well, but he was boring. Vitali wasn't. Vitali was that guy, he was that big billy goat to compare to Vladimir Klitschko being the smaller billy goat. I'm not going to necessarily say the little billy goat, but the smaller billy goat. And Vitali can hit, and it just lets you know that him and Lennox Lewis was in a war, and that's more than likely why Lennox Lewis didn't want no more of that. As much shit talk as he talked. Oh, he was going to go. I don't know what you're talking about, Larry. He was going to go out of there. Right? He didn't want to fight him again, though, you know, to prove it wrong, because he didn't knock him out. He didn't drop him. He didn't stop him. It was stopped because of that particular cut. But you got to ask yourself, if that cut wasn't there, what type of fight would that have been? It would have been a rock'em sock'em as long as it lasts, and you really don't know, because we've seen Lennox Lewis knock Spark out before. And I got a video coming to you guys very soon about Lennox Lewis, okay? And the truth about him. Okay, so, but anyway, Chris Arreola states that Vitali hits harder than Deontay Wilder. Now, remember, he gave praise to both guys because he still got knocked the F out in both fights. But he thinks and he felt that Vitali hit him harder, you know. Let's play devil's advocate, because I know I'm probably going to get some flack for this video. So let's do this. Let's look at it like this, Wildettes. How about he fought him a lot earlier in 2009, and maybe he just doesn't remember how he was hit in 2009 as compared to the later time he was knocked Spark out by Deontay Wilder. There you go. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Chris Arreola stating that Vitali had much different, stronger power than Deontay Wilder in his greatest hour. Bars. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!